Hello there, Medicine here, and I'm doing a BJD experiment. I have a wig here that I bought secondhand, so it's not in perfect condition. It was definitely affordable, cheap. And I've tried to condition it a bit and kind of fix it up because the ends are a bit frayed as far as like they're very dried out. But that's okay because I'm actually gonna try something very, very exciting here with this wig. I'm gonna try dyeing it. Not the whole thing, just the ends. My character, Alistar, this is his wig, and his character has blue hair that turns purple on the ends. So that's what we're doing today. So this hair's still a little bit wet from washing it. Please excuse any background noise. There's construction going on nearby, like the next building, so there might be some noise bleeding through on here on the video, and I apologize for that. But alright, so I have some acrylic paint that I have watered down, made it very, very thin, almost like a watercolor consistency. And I'm using a toothbrush. This is a toothbrush I've actually used this method before on My Little Pony hair, which is synthetic nylon, very similar to BJD wigs and sometimes exactly the same depending on the company. So I'm going to be using a toothbrush and some watered down acrylic paint to try to kind of dye the wig. Alright, so let's go. Let's see what we can do. Hope for the best. I'm going to do it at the ends of the hair because it's the most damaged part of this wig. And if it's totally awful and it doesn't work, I can just kind of trim it off and shorten the wig a bit. And that's totally fine because it's actually a bit longer than what I need it to be, so I might trim it anyways. Again, very cheap wig, just a few dollars. So I'm not too concerned with experimenting on it. I don't recommend this unless on like an expensive wig. But I've looked everywhere to try to like find something, and right now I'm still kind of in between dolls and paying off a pretty expensive doll on layaway, and so I don't have any extra doll money just yet. So I don't really want to commission somebody to do this, so I'm going to try to do it myself. So we're going to see just how good this works. Wish me luck. Fingers crossed, guys. Alright, so here goes. Just going to kind of like brush it on. Very lightly brushing it in. Obviously doing this on a towel, an old towel that I don't really use, or a rag or whatever, so that I don't paint my countertops purple. The reason I'm doing it with a toothbrush or a comb, a brush of some sort, is because that way I can kind of comb it through the hair. If I had just kind of dipped the hair in the acrylic paint, it may not get through all the layers of hair. So I'm coming through, kind of brushing it a bit. Brushing it out. Also, the hair is a bit damp at the moment. I wouldn't recommend doing this on dry hair. I just don't think it's going to work as well. So I recommend getting your wig kind of wet. I have a mister here too, in case I need to moisten the hair. Alright, let's bring this over a little bit here. Kind of spread this out a bit. Alright. Keep going. Trying to just kind of do it here. There's really not any kind of like fancy methods or anything to this. I'm just using a toothbrush, some acrylic paints, as you can see. Just trying to do it kind of light too. I don't want it to be like really dark. Whoops, that might be kind of a bit dark on that spot. I'm also trying to go like from the bottom up. You don't want to do top down, you want to kind of go bottom down up. For various reasons. I think it's doing pretty good, I think, personally. It looks like the acrylic paint is sticking to the wig, which is the main concern. You can't use like regular human dye on synthetic hair. It's just not going to hold it at all. And especially this hair is already colored, so it's already got color to it. So you're not going to really get a lot going here, so gotta kind of improvise. Using acrylic paint instead of a hair dye. I've also heard people try to use RIT dye, which is a fabric dye, on doll hair, on synthetic hair. Another method people use is the Sharpie method, where they use alcohol and ink from permanent markers, specifically Sharpie brand, because it comes in a range of colors. And that's kind of trying to permanently dye the hair that color as well. And that's what I heard a lot of people who cosplay use that on their synthetic wigs also. Which if you cosplay, and whatever method you use on your synthetic cosplay wigs is going to work on doll wigs, because it's the same thing. Okay. I'm going to bring it up just a little bit here. Just trying to kind of see. It's looking pretty good. Well, you can see where the hair is blue and is turning purple, which is kind of the look I'm going for here. So, I think I might let it dry now. and see what happens. So I'll come back and show you guys how it looks when it's done. So hang on. Hello again, back. Here's the wig. I went ahead and did the bangs. The bangs are still drying a little bit. They're still a little damp on the very ends. And you can see I've got a paper towel here. You can see where the where it dripped off. The acrylic paint kind of dripped off. But you can also see how it's actually working. It's drying and the purple gradient is in there very nicely. Here is the back. It looks so good. I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. These are all dry, totally dry. You can see there's like hardly any residue left over. There's just a little bit of purple here and there, but which is why I have the paper towel here to kind of catch anything as it was drying. But now that it's dry, it shouldn't come off at all. So I might do a rinse just to make sure and rinse out any of the extra stuff that might not have dried once it's fully dry, but we'll see. So I'm really, really happy with how it turned out. Next time I'm just going to show you how it looks on him once it's dry. I want to make sure that before I put it on the doll, I want to make sure that everything is dry and that none of the acrylic is going to come off. The acrylic paint is going to run off. But I just wanted to kind of give you guys a little progress right here. It's been, I don't know, like 4 or 5 hours. So just kind of letting it dry all day. If you're doing this at night, I'd recommend letting it dry overnight. I'm probably not going to put it on the doll until overnight. Give it a full like 24 hours to kind of set and dry. There it goes. That is acrylic paint dyeing, as you saw. So, good luck if you guys try it on wigs that you have. And, yeah, pretty exciting stuff. Looks really good. Blended really well. So, thanks. That's it for me. Bye! Alright, so here it is. The finished wig on L-Star. As you can see, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty natural as far as the purple and blue gradient, which is exactly what I want. The hairstyle I might have to actually work on again and cut it so it looks a little more masculine, but I like it pretty much as it is. I really like how the acrylic did the hair. It's very light. How I watered it down. I think it really makes it kind of look a little more natural. I can't really tell if the video is making it look very good or not. So I apologize for that. And for any shaky hands. But I will post a few pictures of the completed wig with the camera so you really get an idea of how it looks. And the actual color is how it came out instead of on my recorder here because it's not as great. But thanks for watching and seeing how the experiment turned out. If anything happens, like if I notice it actually like staining him or getting on him, I'll let you guys know. He is coated full body with the MSC, Mr. Super Clear, so I'm not too worried about if it does kind of get on him. Because I'll be able to get it off a lot easier. But that is that. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!